1974, the Peace Walker incident. The era is the 1970s. Big Boss has stationed his army without a nation in Colombia, South America, where he is approached by visitors from Costa Rica, a nation without a military. In the wake of the Cuban Missile Crisis, Latin America became key to maintaining the power balance between East and West, but now a mysterious armed force threatens to disrupt this balance. To preserve peace and neutrality in Costa Rica, the Soldiers Without Borders move into action. In time, they would come to be known as the founders of Outer Heaven. Hello and welcome, compas and comrades. This is Ja Weddle, and this is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. This is my next Let's Play, and I'm excited to be here, excited to be doing it. I've chose this game because next month, September 1st, Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out. And that's exciting. And this game leads right into Metal Gear Solid 5 and the crazy Metal Gear Solid timeline. This game comes after Metal Gear Solid 3 and technically Portable Ops, although Portable Ops is not canon to the story, which it kind of is though, because I mean it's like Kaz, like Master Miller or whatever, like that's where he comes from. Pretty sure that's where he meets him, or maybe he meets him in the comic. I don't know. I guess he has to meet him in Portable Ops or the comics. Oh man, this game's got great feel and vibe to it. None of the other games really have. Hopefully we can input our name here and it's not already taken. Kind of have a feeling that it might be, since I've already started a file and I was doing some testing and whatnot, and it just didn't work out too well. Audio levels and whatnot. Speaking of which, I just finished that's what I want. Let's do it. Just finished uploading the dude, I'm gonna have like two Well, this is going to get interesting. I'll delete that one later. Just finished your sentence, Andy. Well, I finished uploading the Metroid Prime footage, and you know, I'm sorry to anyone who stuck around and watched all of that, because the last parts and the audio popping and the problems there, I was just so mad. The year was 1964. The world was firmly in the grip of the Cold War, divided into East and West. One of America's heroes had defected to the Soviet Union. She was known as the Boss, the mother of the Special Forces, and the soldiers said to have led the Allies to victory in World War II. However, the American-made miniature nuclear warhead she took with her was used to destroy a Soviet research facility. Facing full-scale nuclear war, the leaders of the world's superpowers held top-secret talks to avert Armageddon. The Soviet Union wanted assurance that this was not the work of Uncle Sam. They wanted America to eliminate one of its most legendary soldiers, the Boss. The person assigned to this mission was her closest apprentice, the soldier known as Snake. Snake made the anguished journey into enemy territory, eventually confronting and killing the Boss at a fortress called Groznygrad, proving America's innocence and avoiding a nuclear holocaust. Having saved the world, Snake was hailed a true hero and given the title Big Boss. Following the award ceremony, however, Snake disappeared. Oh man, so a lot of reading here, and it doesn't help if I have this mute symbol dancing around on my TV. It like gets in the way of the words. Jeez Louise. I'm gonna skip the tutorial. Combat tutorial. You kind of get the scene right here. It kind of paints it. This rainy beach scene. It's very, very cool. Actually, I like the tutorial. I think it's just neat the way you actually go down there and train with your guys, your men. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much time doing that. There's a lot of cutscenes in the beginning to get this thing going. Military sans frontières. This game is probably the most unique out of all the Metal Gear Solids. It was for the PlayStation Portable or whatever. Or, not the Vita. The one before that. And, this is obviously we've played on the HD collection, which is superior, and you should definitely pick it up. And if you are going to pick it up, get the Metal Gear Solid Legacy collection for PS3, because it contains all the games.
Wanna go around?
Not today, Junior. Let's jump right in. We got a lot of story to cover on this first part, which is actually really neat. They give you the story in a comic book / graphic novel style, which is very, very awesome. The artwork is just amazing. And of course you're going to get some cinematics, a la Hideo Kojima.
What's going on, guys? We've got guests. Time to move. Don't worry. It's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't follow. Thank you, Big Boss. Call me Snag. Sorry, Vic. Boss.
He's thanking him for training with them, and basically you kick their asses.
But in Revolution, doesn't one...
So it's funny that he comes and thanks him.
You don't do either.
Yeah, so Big Boss is kind of conflicted about what their whole goal and purpose is at this point. The fact that they even take this mission is kind of weird, you know. It's like they really shouldn't, because he doesn't want to be just an armed mercenary for hire, and that honestly, that's really what they are. But you kind of get an explanation on that here. This really makes me want to play Max Payne every time I see this.
There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
I love games that have the comic book style storytelling.
He's a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia. Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace. You see,
been sightings of an armed.
It's interesting.
group
He's
in
got
Costa Rica.
the kind of mechanical
They're not
hand and
ours.
arm that
Of course.
Costa Rica
big
doesn't
boss.
have
I'm just gonna I call him boss. I really don't like having to say big boss. We know it's him. We know the boss is dead.
The army as a permanent institution.
Anyway,
was
you know, the
abolished.
boss has that
The peace constitution.
arm in 5.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua? No, no. They don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized. What's your government's take? The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm.
I like how the coffee just swirls around the mug. That just looks really neat. The way they animated that.
Obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload. Where'd they get that kind of cash?
That's Spike Spiegel's voice actor. I can't think of his name right now. Sam something maybe. He's done a bunch of other stuff too, obviously.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S. And your government can't just give them boot.
We are not allowed to bear arms.
I find it interesting that
Japan's
the way I think
constitution
about
has
this
something
game is
similar.
totally
Article 9. It says Japan renounces war
Just-
and can maintain an army.
I don't want to say jaded,
I
but
understand.
askew from anything
Like a state
that I thought about in any of the other Metal Gears taking place on North American soil or even, you know, Russia.
Drive them out of our defenseless country.
Some reason this taking place in South America at first seemed insignificant to me, and that's like
So,
I kind of had to embrace some
Yes. As our
I don't know level of humility
afford to be.
that I
It's true.
thought that you know I shouldn't. And it's some kind of weird prejudice or something. I don't know.
We can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake. We need someplace we can settle down.
The governments agreed to cooperate. Unofficially. Of course.
The chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can. Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs. dogs of war. Is that right? Yes. That's what I've heard. You're an army without a state. No. We've only left our country behind. Please. You must help us. If your suspicions are true, force isn't going to do any good. You'll have to find a political solution. The government's hands are tied. Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator. I know. No. I'm not here on their behalf. So, what are you doing here? For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student.
Little Red Riding Hood.
To study peace. Her name is Paz Ortega. Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply.
Oh,
north of
rejected.
Rome.
Jeez.
The town and
Should
the
be hitting on young girls anyway, Kaz.
A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child. 16 years old. They did terrible things to her. But somehow she managed to escape. God. She's swift.
Oh, Snake.
Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like
Jeez.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid. We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
I probably won't talk through most of the cutscenes. This is the first game I've done with cutscenes, actually, and like I didn't know how to address this. And my first recording, I don't know. I mean, it's just odd after playing Soul Reaver and then Metroid Prime, and there's no talking, no cutscenes at all. And then, you know, I don't know. I don't want to disturb people from if you're into the story.
Miller here.
Right.
Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls?
Will do.
Take a minute to refresh
Yeah,
your
pretty
memory.
clear.
Use
I'm already blowing shit up. They changed the menu system, which I'm not in love with, but you know, this was for the like I said, the portable, so they had to, and it kind of grows on you as you play a little bit, you know.
Gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Break into the mercenary business for real.
So San Geronimo, I'm pretty sure it comes from Portable Ops. I think maybe if you're a Metal Gear historian, you'll tell me otherwise, or fill us in here in the comments. Just standing out there in the rain.
Are they still?
Really wants to smoke that cigar, man.
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, guys. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries.
Ooh.
We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look,
Jeez.
it's not like we're
Sounds
trying
like
to start
Kaz
a
is
war.
kind of already going
All
down the
we need to
bad
do is
road.
find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
Ah, this damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, guys. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
Didn't they just have coffee? Maybe that was tea. Huh.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs. So I quit. I've not had much use for it since.
Ah, no, man.
It's quite an honor to me.
Damn smoking ruining your damn lungs.
That's just a code name the CIA made up. And perhaps I should call you John. I don't have a name. I stopped using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center? Well, then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land is slim.
They're wringing out their dress.
As torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Jeez.
Central America is the navel of the American.
That's good knowledge, Kaz.
Bridging north and south.
He must be
We
a.
want this land.
He must be well read.
We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand,
Imagine if that really would have happened,
which
you
all
know,
of Latin America
in the Cold War.
are within our reach.
Things would definitely look different in the world now. It's interesting to think about.
Will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua.
you imagine if there were like
Preparation.
real hard fought battles,
And
you know, in those areas in Central America, as far as like, you know, warring nations
Liberation Front.
hopping between those little islands or something, different little islands and stuff, that would have been
Throwing Somoza
all
for you.
sorts of awful.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state. You think
I mean,
America's just gonna
They paid hell to like have the war, I guess, in the Pacific against the Japanese.
And that's the armed group.
Ugh,
Inside Costa Rica.
malaria. Who else knows what the hell is creeping around down there in those.
been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital, but it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question.
That is the $1 million question.
We want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and
So
investigate
at least they take the job that
Costa.
with somewhat of a,
Learn all
I don't
you
know.
can of their operations. Then
benevolent. I wouldn't say benevolent, but you know, they're not totally helping them. But I mean, I guess they are. I don't know. It's so interesting because like you can't even say if they're good or bad guys at this point. Which that's why it's so
What about
fun to play a.
That was all just an
You're not even a hero or an anti-hero. I don't know what you are.
you mean her words about peace. She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB
Jeez, we're gonna have a long
information
part
from
on the
her.
first
You
video.
thought we'd fall
Darn.
for a sob story.
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps
I love
they
the use
saw
of cassettes in this game.
something Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Us took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record
Just
it.
load it up in that Walkman, man.
What is that?
Jeez. Did anyone have a Sony Walkman.
Portable stereo cassette player.
I mean, I did, but I mean,
Its kind.
how many people besides anyone,
I heard
you know, in your late 20s or older,
didn't
even
you
know
could
or
too.
I believe what you're about to hear.
had one of those.
What is that? A Quetzal?
The phoenix bird. Boss's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled on this.
Guys, you better step up your survival skills, man. Can't be giving Solid Snake some bad advice. Those are Alaskan field mice.
So what?
Now it gets interesting. Boss, voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed
Ooh.
that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss. What? The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s.
If you don't know the boss, I mean, we basically
Song playing in the background.
we read the beginning, but yeah,
3.
Big Boss had to kill the boss.
Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me, your country or your mentor, your mission or your beliefs. I am loyal to
Boss is alive in Costa Rica. As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side, and that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss.
Keep it cool, man. Keep it cool.
Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't
It's a trap.
your country.
Sorry.
Then I suppose
Fuck the
you
country,
won't
Snake. Let's do this. We need to play an action game. Ah, they'll do it. No.
Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
She's so happy. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up here, and the next time we come back, we'll actually do some gameplay and infiltrate our first little base here and see what's going on in this story. So,
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid
yeah,
combat whenever possible.
just wearing raincoats, bright yellow in the forest. That's a good way to stay hidden. That's what I would do. All right, well, thanks for watching,
Sneaking mission.
good people.
Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes. Stay out of sight. Your gun is
Hide behind stuff.
It
Yes.
could just as easily kill you as save you.
Okay, until next time, keep hidden.